Greetings Librans, hey, welcome to your reading with me for July 2021. We have crossed the threshold over the middle of the year for 21, and with that we have just also crossed the threshold of the two big eclipses, the first on the 26th of May and the second on the 10th of June. I'm doing this reading on the 14th, so the eclipse on the 10th of June has only just been. These energies will be very powerful and circulating around in the energy field for everyone. They come in with immense change, and part of this change is due to the big outer planets that are also causing perturbations through our energy fields. Some of these movements that we're seeing in the planetary alignments have not happened for thousands of years. So the historical records of what happens in society or to the individual at the human level or the Gaia level, we don't really have a record of it. So we're crossing new grounds in terms of not having much historical information to go off. So these changes are massive, and the other thing is we are merging into the age of Aquarius out of the 26,000 year cycle of the age of Pisces. I think I've got that right. I'll be corrected if I've got that wrong. So we can see why we are in such intense times. There is no going back. We are moving forward at pace, and the changes we see now are more than we have seen in many generations for lots of different reasons, part of which I have just mentioned before, but the other part is just evolution as well. We are evolving as a species, and with evolution comes intricate change over a process of time, and we are also at that timeline point as well. We will be using these three different decks of cards that you see before you. But before we start, I did some intuitive work for you the other day, last week actually, and I will read the messages that came for you. So the first word I've written is boom, which sounds really positive. It goes strengths, like feeling strength. There's something for a lot of you, you feel empowered or strong. And then I've written in brackets, Leo people could possibly be playing a role here in this energy. Or maybe you feel like Leo fire energy, empowered up and passionate about something. It says past life connections may come into the forefront for you, and that's a very other big part of what we are all going through at the moment, our past life and karmic issues. Then I've mentioned the Sacral Chakra. It needs love and nourishment. If you do that, creativity may flourish. It says to wear orange, meditate and clear the Sacral Chakra for those of you that need clearing in that area. And some of you might be juggling a lot of things at once. There's a potential to shift things, and some of you may even be moving or thinking of moving houses or moving things around in your mind. I'm not sure if it's a physiological shift or move, or whether this is more of a psychological shift or move that's going on. Some of you may be taking possible trips over water, maybe for pleasure or work, but planning is on your mind. So planning for things that are coming in, change that is coming. So you guys, to me, when I was doing this intuitive work, I had a lot of energy coming from you. I had a lot of bounce, a lot of movement definitely, and a lot of potential creativity if you unblock some of the points in the area of your body or psyche that may have been stuck on something. So let's get to it and see what the cards are going to say. I'll move these two to the side. It's a very grey day here in Auckland today. It's raining, and well, it is the height of winter as such. I would often say that on the solstice day, which is the 21st, we start to see longer days coming in and shorter nights, and I often say, yay, summer's on the way. I am a summer fan, so I can't wait for the longer days to start returning and the nicer weather. So this is for Libra for July 2021. What is it in store for them? What would you like them to know, understand, focus on? I had actually shuffled these cards for you beforehand as well, but they're still doing quite a lot of shuffling. There's a whole band that have come out here. perhaps I will just shuffle these briefly and then we could use some of these. The 10 of Coins, a very nice card to begin your story with. The 7 of Coins, whoa, 2 nice Pentacles cards coming out. The Magician, oh, boom. There's that energy I was talking about. These cards are definitely holding. There's the 5 of Coins. Whilst it's not everyone's favourite, we are still in the Pentacle realm. So maybe money is on your mind. The King of Wands. The Ace of Coins. The Empress. Oh, we may as well keep going. The 7 of Wands. The 2 of Swords and the Death card. So what I also note through this chakra tarot deck is the colour palette that's arrived for you. I'm seeing a lot of this, the third eye colour energy. So this is about connecting with your higher self, listening to messages that come in, synchronistic messages, maybe dream time, dreamscape, things along those lines as well. Do we have more or less got all the representative colours? We have 2 of the Sacral Chakra, which I talked about before, and one of them being the Magician up here, which is very, very important in terms of new beginnings, change, and a magical opportunity to create some form of alchemy in that area of life. And the Sacral Chakra is this part of the body through here, perhaps, often known as the fertility reception center, but it's also the seat of creativity. So some of you may have been looking to bring more creativity or passion or freedom or expansion into your life, and I feel that this, especially given that you got the Magician, one of my all-time favorite cards, that this may be a potential moment in time or a timeline that opens up for you that you can create this magic. When the Magician comes about, I always say to people, this needs your effort. It's not about just hoping the card creates an energy field that will come knocking at your door. It's about you going, right, okay, I've got this idea in mind, or I want to make these changes, I'm going to do it now. So it's really important that you're the one that seeds this opportunity, because if you don't, it actually literally bypasses you because you're waiting for it, but it doesn't seem to eventuate. I might move these cards to this side because I think we've still got vision in the camera if I do it this way, and that changes the dynamics a little bit, but let's see what we're looking at. So we have 2 major arcanas, 3 that came out. So we have the Magician, the Empress, and the Death card. We have 1 Court card, the King of Wands, which is often a fire sign person. And remember I mentioned the Leo? There might be something in here for you guys about Leo moon or rising. It might be your own aspect in life as well, or it could be a Leo personality. He could be someone who is playing a role in this opportunity. Now sometimes he is considered an employer or someone that you might be considering some sort of partnership with. For some of you, he could even be a potential new romantic partner coming in, or someone that you find is walking into your life who creates a new synergy or energy or bond. It doesn't have to be a love partner, but it could become a very firm friend or ally. With this Empress card next door, there is some impetus here that it could be related to energies of the heart, and it might be a special loving bond. It could even be a family member for some of you who comes in and gives you support. And the reason I say that is because it's connected up here to this 10 of Coins, and the 10 of Coins has always been about strong nurture and harmony and balance within a community, but often that community is a family coherence, and sometimes it is things like support of grandparents or people who would be like a grandparent or a parent to you. So sometimes that 10 of Coins represents feeling nurtured, not just in the arms of love and support and nourishment of a family, but sometimes nurtured with a little bit of manifestation of finances. So this card may come to you with a gift, if you like, of a potential loan or money that you might be gifted, or you might be applying for a loan, or you may have received something. If you look on the card, this is a particularly beautiful one to behold. That's a treasure chest there full of amazing treasures. Some of you may find some treasures like this, or you may be purchasing gifts or jewellery, or it may be given to you, like handed down from a generation. You might get a letter from someone, or a bequeathment has been left, or something in a will, and it might be heritage heirloom jewellery or artifacts from a family line. Some of you may want to go and purchase something from an auction house, or you may come across it, or you may remember that you've had it somewhere and you dig it up and it becomes profitable for you. I also see the coins up there, so perhaps for some of you there's a dividend coming, or a payout, or potential money coming in terms of positivity. So it is a beautiful card, and it was the first one that you received, and it is often, as I say, about prosperity and benevolence. This Empress card down here, connected to it in the green, which is the energy of the heart chakra and love and harmony and balance and prosperity as well. It also is about the grace of life in terms of giving and receiving. This card often depicts the time of harvest, but it's about knowing there is love in the air, so that's why these two make sense here, but compassion and support and nurture. So much in here to me is talking about the potentiality of perhaps stability or incoming newness around money or family or people or relationships or love. And especially now that I've moved this, without thinking too much, I've moved this Death card over here, taking a little bit of a heightened role over the rest of the cards, as if it is playing a key part. So we know that the Death card is one of the major arcanas in many terms. It talks about releasing the old and moving into the new. And of course, I mentioned that at the very beginning of the reading when I said we are literally walking into a new timeline of the evolution of the human species, but also the evolution of your own personal life and how things will be changing. And that's exactly what the Death card is. So this could be, you know, the Death and the Magician are both about this incredible journey of opportunity, of newness, and the embarking of and opening up of perhaps ideas or concepts or positions that just haven't been available prior, or you haven't been aware of, or you haven't wanted to look into or activate. But now is the time to do this for yourself, because this is a really encouraging reading. The only card of any, if you like, lack or something that we would rather dismiss is this Five of Coins up here. Now, interestingly too, it is the only one in the blue. Now, blue is the throat chakra. It's the card of, or the energy of communication. So given that we have this one here of blue, and it's not necessarily the most provident, it could be talking about, there could be issues around your communication in this month of July that you may need to broaden it or open up to it or expand on it. This is a card of temporary shutdown or lack or closure. So this might be insinuating for these things to happen, for this information to come in, or for this energy field to be activated, you may need to expand and communicate in a more open manner. It might be around things to do with your career or your finances or relationships. This card is a very interesting card, although it's one of the minor arcanas, and it's a number 5, which is often transitory in nature anyhow, so it doesn't necessarily mean long term. It can refer to finance, it can refer to community, it can refer to emotions, it can refer to physicality, to health, to relationships. It seems to have such a broad expanse, and depending on where it falls for you in this reading will depend on how its effect runs through the whole reading. but it's often known as a time frame where there is a little bit of lack of money or finances. So perhaps a payment that you thought would be coming in that doesn't turn up, or you get an unexpected bill that you weren't expecting, like a large power bill or a tax bill, from your accountant, or your car plays up and you have to get it fixed and it costs more than you expected. It can also be a time where there can be illness, such as a sore throat or a flu-like symptoms. So looking after yourself, maintaining your health and keeping good regular diet and sleeping well, and keeping your vitamins and minerals in balance can be very beneficial. It can also be a card that symbolizes occasionally like a broken foot or getting bandages on you, literally. Nothing major, but it tells you to take care of your steps as you are walking. It can be a feeling of being left out of a community or being shut out of a door and feeling this slight feeling of loss or being left out. And I sometimes feel, in my personal experience, this is related more to family matters, but it can also be in and around career type matters. But I feel we don't need to focus too much on that. He has a position up there. He's giving you a few key hints, if you like, on what to look out for the month. But if we come back to some of these others that we haven't addressed yet, I notice you have 2 sevens. You have the 7 of Wands and the 7 of Coins. Well, the 7s are often known as an introspective number that deals with our minds, and it's about going within to contemplate a kind of esoteric aspect of a subject that you're looking at. And again, this is finances and this can be career. So the 2 of these can be assigned to a similar energy field. They're also the same colour, that third eye energy. So they may be deploying to you. Go within and feel around this particular subject matter that might be causing not concern, but is on your mind in this month of July. And it could be around work, or it could be around career opportunities. It might be that you're pondering, how could I make more money, or how could I utilise the funds that I have more, or how do I apply for a new job, or do I stay in this career? A lot of these ones here with this third eye energy could be signaling this desire for some sort of change or promotion or growth or movement forward, and it could well be in a sector of career or financial obligation in some way. If we come to the Ace of Coins, which I haven't even mentioned yet, another powerfully brilliant positive card, and especially in terms of your Pentacles again. So the Ace of Pentacles is this, you can see what she's doing. She's just in joy and euphoria over the money potential that's coming her way. Now the Aces are about the beginnings of things, and she sits right under the Magician. I hadn't even noticed that. This is powerful in terms of a possibility of something new around your financial sector. Is it a new way for you to invest? Is it a new way for you to think about money? Is it something that you come across, an idea, a concept, a design, a project, a person, a new job, a company? There's so much in here that this could mean about the new beginnings of opportunities around finances. And it can sometimes be the idea or concept stage. And if it is, then this Magician sitting on top of it is really, really important. And remember, I said before, it's up to you to make this happen, to really step forth and amalgamate all these opportunities into this potential boom scenario. Coming back to, we haven't addressed the 2 of Swords, which also got moved to a slightly not exalted position, but one that seems to have some weight. So the 2 of Swords is generally known about bringing balance into situations, but also contemplating which way to go. She has a blindfold on and she is struggling a little bit with her decision. Do I go left or right? Do I take this offer or that? Do I need to do a bit more to this project or a bit less? Do I need to consider this person's opinion? Do I need to put more lateral thinking into the concept? Do I need to use more intelligence? This is your energy sign. This is the Swords card. This is the air sign thinking lateral ability. And it's the only sword that you got in the whole reading. So perhaps that's why it got put up to there. And I see this little tumbled stones, almost the exact same colour as the card. So I'll pop that on there for a little bit of energy for you. But what is it that you are contemplating, and what is it you would like to find an answer to? There is a lot in here that can help you answer things, such as the Magician and the Death card. And there are people in here who are offering support or insight or awareness into this journey forward. So I think a magical bunch of cards that have come out that could lend you to a great July coming up if you uplift the energy and the messages that are in here for you. So we will put them to the side and we will deal some of the other cards from the other deck. One more thing to say about the Seven of Wands. It can sometimes represent the fact that we have felt as if there's been pressure on us, or as if we've been working hard for some time with an idea or a concept or strategy or project. And this one says, don't stop, don't give up, stand your ground, because whatever idea or concept or something you're working with does have reason for being. So don't give up on something that you may have been working on over a period of time. It's worth keeping going. But I think more than anything, with all these purple colours that came in, you need to go within and really connect with your higher self, or the celestial workers that you could work with, and have them help move this into another step or phase. Now it's interesting, just before I dealt your hand of cards out, or before I started your video, I knocked one of my crystals off the back of the desk, and I thought, what crystal was that? And it's still on the floor because I thought I probably won't need it to pick it up. But it was in fact a very big amethyst. It was one that's double the size of this. So I will pop that amethyst on there because for some reason it got knocked off the table, as if to say, pay attention to it, or activate it, or do something with that particular energy. So I'll pop them up there. Oh, hello, and these two little green ones have popped in over here. This is an Amazonite, and this is aquamarine. So they may be useful in an energy field for you as well. So let us see what is coming next with this particular deck of cards. This is the Energy Oracle cards. The Angel of Love. That's very nice for some of you. We've talked about the fact that romance could be on the cards with that King of Wands, and also the Empress card. She is about fertility. She is about love. I sometimes see that Angel of Love as being self-love and self-worth as well. So make sure that you apply that into the situation for the month of July. You know, give yourself some love and some time out and enjoyment and nourishment especially. What else is in here for Libra? Another 7, door to personal healing and happiness. And I've said that for you guys, this reading does seem to really bode this potentiality, and these cards are just really pushing that message through. So lots of love and harmony and light and happiness and potentiality within this reading. And for those of you who are not in that position and don't feel it, then try to see what or how you could manifest some of these messages from these cards. Look at this that came out, Caring Connections. This really in essence is very much like the Lover's card. So there is great love that is coming in, and I've mentioned when you got the 10 of coins up here, which is about often family love, or the love of people around you who have supported you and helped you on your journey. There is that type of love, as well as what we mentioned, self-love, but we definitely are talking about caring connections that are possibly romantic in this way. And this card often resembles or initiates that very deep soulmate or twin flame energy scenario as well. So when I said before there feels to be light, like lightness, and we see this rainbow in the background. The twin flame energy is about igniting the light in the energy field of the soul's journey. So we could be, you could be going very deep here if you guys want to spend time and contemplate the depth of your life and the degree and how you want to, see it move forward and what you want to activate. And as I said, when the Magician turns up, I know more than anything that it is up to you to actually do the work. Walking away from something. Not sure exactly what that might be for you guys, but that's what the Death card is in essence. It is walking away and preparing to go into the new. I see another number 7 there, that's 27. One more from here, and then we will look at the last deck. One more for Libra, thank you. Oh, 2 came out. Oh, seventh, the number 7 again. Chakra, Archangel Uriel. We're up in the crown chakra, where we manage to attain the information from the cosmic airwaves, from the whole of the grasp of the universe, the wisdom that comes with it, and the broadness and the whole construct of consciousness in many ways. That's what the 7th chakra is. Let's see what this one is. Oh wow, man holding a heart, yet more love. So we have love, love, love. We have money, 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 or finances, finances, finances. We have support, nurture. We have opportunities. We have change. We have the Magician. We have magic in the air, alchemy. We have, the restructuring and the removing on. And we have so many number 7s. So I forget now how many times the number 7 was actually mentioned. But 7 could be very applicable for you. And as I said, 7 is very much an esoteric, personal number about going within and finding your feelings on the representations of your life and how you would like change to be implemented. Let us see what is in store from the Chakra Insight cards for Libra for July. Well, definitely that one. Grounding, nature, presence, practicality and stability. And that is the base chakra, and that does bring us back to finances, money, home, the soul tribe, our careers. And that is what we've been talking about. So maybe grounding yourself would be very beneficial as well. Even though we had a lot of energy up here in the third eye chakra area, by fully grounding yourself down to earth, you may be able to manifest these financial accolades or abilities or doorways or pathways or time portals that are opening. Truth, transparency, sincerity, communication and honesty. And remember I said to you with this blue one before, the 5 of Pentacles, I said to you guys it was about opening up somehow and really getting into the communication. And for some of you it's about being honest and saying something that needs to be said perhaps to someone, or allowing yourself, your honesty, to be opened up and to communicate that out, either to yourself in particular or to others as well. And this could be part of this change of newness. I did feel that communication was an area that would be addressed for you in this month of July. So being honest with yourself and others about it says here transparency, sincerity and communication. So I do feel that card is very, very powerful to think upon. For some reason, it was a message that came to me much earlier in your reading, and I'm pleased that a little bit more has come out to address it. So some of you may have been hiding from a truth, or hiding your feelings, or hiding away from something, too afraid to speak perhaps. And also remember that communication is a double-edged sword. The double-edged sword, or the two-way sword, thank you. It takes two, and remember I said balance. There's something about communication with another, maybe a partner, maybe a family member, it could be a work person, but there's something about having an honest communication or talk with someone, and communication is a double-edged sword, and it is also about listening as well. So I think it's time for you guys to stand up and have this meeting or talk with someone, and I honestly think it is literally a person, like not a group of people, and someone, yeah. Okay, one more card for Libra. Crown Chakra. There's another one that snuck in under there. Oh yeah, family. Belonging, community, culture and tribe. So yeah, I did think it was a big reading that you guys had potentially, and I like this way that we've finished off. I feel it's quite personal. It's moved to a very personal level, and you'll feel it individually at your level. But the family card, as well as this other one that came out first, of course, from here, about the grounding, being with nature, your presence, practicality, stability, belonging, community, culture and tribe, they all play a role in this communication, I think, that is going on as well, and this honesty perhaps. The crown chakra matches with so many of the other third eye that came out. It's the same colour palette as our beautiful mauve crystal at the top there. So there's a whole connection to your spiritual aspect of your soul that is wanting to connect at the physical with your family, with your soul tribe, with the groundedness, with the career, with the finances, with your home, with being safe in your home. And there's a lot of, I think, communication that will be going on around this, and how you move forward, or your dreams or desires, or the magic you can bring into it. So a really deep reading for you guys. I trust that you have thoroughly enjoyed it and all of the energy that has come. And I wish you all a bountiful and magical July ahead as you move into your mind with the way that you will take it forward. Thank you all for subbing the channel, for leaving your comments, for liking the video, and for being here. Much love everyone. Namaste.